And so to answer your question, I do my best to pour into the folks that are around me, because I know, and when you're investing in yourself as far as growth and education, how can I be better and do better? But you throw 10% of your income into investing in yourself, and you'll make that much more money next year. And I think they certainly appreciate it, because it wasn't necessarily there before, at least not at the level that I've experienced in the past. So I don't know if that answered your question, or that was just a long story.
Yeah. Well, and I think one of the differences too, and Matt, you were on the general side for a little while too. So, you look at the difference between the two agents. So I see, and again, I'm going to keep saying this, Matt, you are an exception to this rule. But when I look at a lot of them, on the general side, you have to spend your own money to make money. You have to pay for your advertising, you have to pay for your marketing, you have to pay for every piece that you do. No one's paying for it for you on most of the accounts, right? On the builder side, the marketing's team is paying for it. The company is paying for it. So I think that there was a different standard in that, as a perfect example, I sat in these meetings, and all it is how many views and how many clicks are on the website. Well, we can brag about that, but it's absolutely the most irrelevant stat that you can ever have, because the key is how many actual leads are coming through, and then what's the conversion rate, right? And you look at that differently. And when I had to take the money out of my pocket to do the marketing and advertising, there was a different standard, and there was a different understanding of where to get that. And then on the other side too is, I didn't have anybody walking through my door, so I had to go make relationships. And Matt, you do this fantastically well, in that you're going out and making relationships with the part of the industry that has 70% of the buyers, right? 70% of the business. And that's the general side. And I've heard comments about how so many companies want to either cut down the commissions for the general side real estate, or I heard that in my former division that they even want to cut out the realtor altogether. Right. And it's like, why would you cut your nose off to spite your face when you're doing that? I mean, that's 70% of the business. But again, it goes back to looking at it. It's a sales organization that's selling a box, not somebody that's building something, but then has to tolerate the sales organization, which is a different mentality in a lot of cases. So, go ahead. I know there wasn't a question. That was just like, looking at the difference.
So let me say this, like on the aspect of DR